we must strive to do ordinary things extraordinarily well. These are the words of Catherine McAuley, the woman who laid the foundation of the MercyCare as we know it today. Catherine was a faith-filled woman whose heart was inspired by God's love and mercy, and began her work in Ireland during the early 1800s, fighting for injustice by bringing compassion and care to the vulnerable. Catherine's passion saw the formation of the Sisters of Mercy, who, led by Sister Ursula Frayne, arrived in Fremantle in 1846, and they journeyed up the Swan River to Perth. For the next century and a half, the Sisters of Mercy delivered education, welfare and health services in Perth and beyond, without judgment, caring for all. They were often going to the places that others wouldn't.
At Wembley, I'm surrounded by MercyCare's early learning and aged care services, but I'm also reminded through our beautiful heritage buildings of the important legacy of the Sisters of Mercy. Beginning in 1876, at this site the sisters spent the next 126 years serving the poor and disadvantaged in their community, especially women and children. Women like Sister Martin Kelly were trailblazers, and in the 1970s they transformed the care of children into the family model we see today. In 2002, the sisters made the decision to hand responsibility for the Mercy mission over to lay leadership, ensuring their important work at the heart of the WA community could continue. This is the MercyCare we know today.
We stand proud and inspired by our continued Catholic mercy heritage, whilst also embracing the diversity of our people and those we walk alongside. Our values guide our actions, and our mission ethos shapers provide a contemporary lens for the work we do. We are all authors writing the next chapter of the unfolding story of MercyCare.
You know, Catherine McAuley, obviously she wanted to help the vulnerable and the sick people and stay at home. So I think we've carried on that through our MercyCare values. I do feel that all of us live and breathe them every day, particularly during the last few months of the times of uncertainty. I feel our staff have stepped up and been courageous.
So our continued commitment to the wellbeing of children, we do a safeguarding accreditation, and through this all our staff have been trained on that, and we really feel that being at the child's voice, especially in early learning, that we're an advocate for the child. So we are passionate about the safeguarding accreditation that MercyCare's completed, and we've rolled that out in every service, which is embedded in all the practices that we do. No one MercyCare would be the same, so each time you walk into an early learning centre, it is very different and very personalised to that community that it's in, and same with the staff as well. The staff are very diverse, and they are all part of the community that they live in.
We recognise that vulnerability exists, we recognise there is difficulty, but at the same time we're hopeful and we're committed to that compassionate work. And the thing for me is our focus is about how do we build a child's experience where they feel safe, to be held safe, to feel connected, to feel loved. That's a profound experience. So we just see that as being an amazing possibility, amazing commitment that we can build that into a child's life.
We have 6 core values that all staff are meant to sort of embody through their work practices. And the one that sticks out for me is courage. And I think my teams in both Derby and Brew, they use that value to the best of their ability through, some of the confronting experiences that they deal with operationally, but also in their own personal lives. My staff do encounter things on a personal level where they have to then exude that courage in their daily lives as well. So not just personally, but professionally as well.
So how are you and your team writing the next chapter?